Welcome back to the channel. Today, we take a deep dive into the highly debated and controversial public appearances of Nasir Ahmad El-Rufai, one of Nigeria's most outspoken and polarizing political figures, known for his bold statements, sharp critiques, and unapologetic stance on national issues. El-Rufai has become a central figure in Nigerian political discourse, especially since stepping down as governor of Kaduna State. In 2024 and 2025, El-Rufai's public image went through a dramatic shift. No longer confined to official state duties, he embraced the role of a vocal political commentator and critic, and he did so with full force, whether he was appearing on live television, addressing party affairs, or dropping controversial takes. On social media, El-Rufai ensured that his name remained at the center of national conversations. One of his most talked about appearances came during a televised interview where he openly criticized the current administration's decisions and even accused former allies of betrayal. It was during this appearance that he declared that he had been deliberately excluded from ministerial appointments, not for lack of qualification, but because of internal political maneuvering and ideological differences. His demeanor was calm, but firm, making it clear that he had no regrets and would continue to speak truth to power. That appearance set off a media storm. Political analysts, journalists, and party loyalists immediately reacted. While some praised him for his courage and willingness to confront issues others avoided, many more condemned him for being self-centered and disruptive. His statements were seen by critics as signs of bitterness, a man reacting to being left out of power, trying to stay relevant by creating political tension. The public was divided, and social media erupted into heated debates. Not long after that, El-Rufai announced his departure from his longtime political party. He publicly aligned himself with a new political movement, calling for unity among opposition forces and challenging the status quo. That move alone caused shockwaves. For a man who had once been a major force in the ruling party to turn around and criticize the same system he helped build, many questioned his motives. Was it principle, or was it personal? What made matters even more intense were his regular posts on social media. El-Rufai used his platforms not just to share opinions, but to call out government policies, religious tensions, and the state of the economy. His messages often sparked controversy, especially when he quoted international leaders, made references to religious sentiments, or posted cryptic comments that left the public guessing. In one instance, he addressed governance and leadership, using a powerful quote about how nations rise or fall based on their leaders' decisions. While the message may have seemed harmless to some, many Nigerians saw it as hypocritical. Citizens reminded him of the struggles and violence that took place during his time as governor. Online, people questioned his right to criticize when his own tenure was filled with unresolved issues. These moments reflected the complexity of El-Rufai's public legacy, a man who demands accountability from others but is often accused of avoiding it himself. His controversies didn't stop at politics. A resurfaced video where he spoke on religious domination during elections caused an uproar across the country. In the video, he seemingly boasted about how religious identity played a role in political victories. This ignited fierce criticism from religious groups, civil society organizations, and Nigerians who feared the deepening of religious divides. Many called the comments divisive, dangerous, and unacceptable, particularly in a country already struggling with ethno-religious tensions. Despite the backlash, El-Rufai remained defiant. He appeared at subsequent events with his signature confidence, telling his supporters and the media that he was being targeted by political enemies. He claimed that legal threats were being used to force him into silence or even exile, and that certain people within the system were trying to destroy his reputation. Whether those claims were true or part of political strategy, they added more fuel to the fire. Everywhere he went, cameras followed. At public functions, religious gatherings, and town hall meetings, El-Rufai drew both cheers and jeers. To some, he's a fearless leader, someone who speaks truth no matter how unpopular it is. To others, he's a calculated politician, skilled at turning controversy into attention, and never far from political ambition. What's clear is that Nasir El-Rufai thrives in conflict. He is the kind of political figure who refuses to play it safe. His public appearances are always loaded with bold declarations, fiery remarks, and the kind of statements that trend within minutes. He doesn't shy away from confrontation, and he rarely apologizes, whether he's engaging in political debates, critiquing national leadership, or defending his past. He remains one of the most visible and divisive figures in the country. As Nigeria approaches another election cycle, Many are wondering what role El-Rufai will play. Will he return to power through a new political alliance? Will he become the voice of the opposition? Or will his controversies finally catch up with him? Whatever the future holds, one thing is for sure: Nasir El-Rufai's public appearances are never boring. They are sharp, dramatic, and always guaranteed to spark conversation.